It's a bit funny how it's got a groove here on the axe, which is slightly strange. Never seen that before.
I'll also come. Well, I'll wait till I get the first viewer to show off this thing. But it is.
It could be a product review.
It could be a product review because I've literally just got it. I've just got Amazon for about.
Have they got any Viking games on there?
Well, let's have a look. Let's have.
If we don't get any, we'll just take turns and playing it.
Yeah.
I could go back to Gauntlet
until we get the first viewer.
So look at this axe. This is a better shape axe. Oh, I've got somebody else watching again. Hello.
I'm nice to meet you. Don't leave, please. We've got the first person who just got in here. Unfortunately left, but hopefully you'll stay with us.
Yes, let's see if we can find out how to do messages again.
And have a nice evening.
Because I've forgotten how our messages work. No, I don't know what that does.
Oh, they've gone.
I'll probably scare them off by getting too close.
There we go. Should be that little comment button at the bottom.
Yeah, but that's how you pin something to the live stream.
Andy.
Oh, we've got somebody watching again.
Oh, hello, nice to meet you.
What sort of Viking games have we got on this?
Well, this is a Viking channel, whoever you are watching out there.
Oh, it's lots of things really, but mainly.
Well, it is mainly a medieval Viking channel. But I've purchased this little Game Boy that you can clearly see there, and we might be doing a bit of a product review. I don't know who you are out there or how old you are.
Well, I'll review an act and you review that.
Right, well, we've got a few games on here, Andy. We've got a game called Space Vikings 1.
Yeah, do you reckon Vikings would be good going into space?
Well, I think they could colonise a lot, and we've got 2 viewers now, Andy.
Well, yes. So hello, do leave a comment.
Things are picking up.
Do leave a live stream.
Do leave a comment so we can see what you're thinking.
If you leave a comment, we can actually see where the comments are then.
Yeah, we could be a bit lost at the moment.
Because I'm not used to doing live streams.
We've got plenty of things to show off. We've got this.
Well, which one of these 2 axes do you prefer?
Well, that's the question. We've lost someone now, but they were here.
Well, perhaps don't like axes.
Well, maybe not. Or maybe that's a bit. Don't know who doesn't like axes really. Which one do you think would be more effective? The viewer watching, which one do you think would be more effective in combat?
Do you own an axe?
I don't own an axe. No.
Well, we have to change that, won't we?
Well, we do.
I mean, I got too many.
Let's see. Let's boot this game up. So we say we'll go with Space Vikings 2.
Oh yeah.
And see what it's all about. If you see that there, you might be able to see it booting up. Well, we'll see in a minute. Oh, it's booting. It's starting. The Lost Vikings. Copyright hazard.
Yes, be careful with copyright on screens.
Yeah, we can't be showing too much here, otherwise.
No music either.
Oh, we've lost the last few.
Yeah.
Oh well. They come and go, don't they?
Oh, but they do. Doing it in vertical format is the best way. But then you don't get long form watches on it.
This is a strange language. Norse spiel.
No idea what that is. It's definitely not Norse. Neos, that's new. New game. That's
new game. Well, here we are. We're on a Viking ship.
All right, yeah, they've got round shields. We could test the authenticity of these Vikings, but they've got horned helmets as always.
Very strange language this game's in. Very strange. Sinverbald Ishban. That's German, I think. German Vikings.
Well, it could be newer. It could be German.
German Vikings. We'll have to try and skip through.
Well, they're Germanics, not Vikings.
Well, they are.
Saxons.
They're currently on a ship now, even though no one's watching. They're currently on a ship, on a Viking ship.
Well, it's a long ship. Not a boat. A boat is more for inland travel.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. We've gone to space now. One of our Vikings has travelled to outer space.
What are those green things? They look like goblins.
Oh, don't know.
Space Vikings across the universe.
Oh.
Do you reckon they'd have laser axes?
Some baddies to fight here in space. I know. The camera can see that. This Game Boy is actually very, very good for the price, which I don't know what that price is, but it's got some great graphics.
So perhaps Space Vikings will have laser swords.
Maybe.
I prefer to be a space Viking than a space Saxon.
Absolutely. Although I really can't understand this German. Looks like they appear to be fighting some strange alien beings.
Well, Volt is German for fight.
Well, I think we're about to find out.
Yeah, that's a nice bolt. That's probably worth £20 to £30 easily.
It's quite good. I've got no viewers yet. No viewers. Damn.
Yeah, so normally I tried to advertising beforehand. I was going through a stage trying to do one every day, but I kind of got out of the habit of doing that. So perhaps this could start the new habit of doing a live stream every day again.
Maybe.
But they do take a lot of energy and they do take a lot of time.
They do?
And I'm in the middle of watching On the Buses at the moment. Have you ever watched On the Buses?
No, what's that?
Well, it's a programme from the late 60s, 70s about these bus crew. It's a little bit non-PC in places. And you've got this character called Blake, Inspector Blake. He goes, hey, Butler. And you got Butler and his mate. Yeah.
I like that. That sounds quite good.
Classic comedy programme.
Well, I'm too young to see them, but yeah, it sounds quite good. Sound this? Like the sound of that. Waiting our first viewer now. We'll get here any second.
Yeah, have we got any comments?
I think try pressing that little comment button there, in the bottom hand, like yeah.
That's the screen. Oh, live chat. There we go. You got to click on that and then press live chat.
Right. So when we get any comments, that'll come.
No, because we're not doing a live stream for a while, and probably because we've already put out 5 videos today. And probably had too many notifications.
Oh.
Of course, if you get your mobile out, you could go to the channel and watch it on your mobile and be the first one watching.
True.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit cheating though.
Oh no, we used to do that.
Here we go, Andy. Look, we're a space Viking, and now we're officially on the move.
Yeah.
I can jump.
What weapon has he got? Has he got an axe?
I don't know. Oh, I think I've just switched to. I've switched back to my first character now. But I'm trying to figure out how to attack.
This leather smells nice. It'll be a smoked leather.
No.
Have a smell of that.
Oh, yeah, it's quite strong.
Oh, we've got another viewer. Hello, we're just 2 Vikings sniffing leather.
Hello, Hello, viewer. Yes, we are currently playing
Well, you're playing a game, and I'm trying to look at this new scabbard sheath I've got.
We're playing that. I've just bought this Game Boy off Amazon, and it is turning out to be very, very good.
Well, you've got 26,000 games on it.
It's quite a lot, but I'm figuring out what I'm doing. You could
cast it on your TV.
I wonder if we can cast it to the channel.
Have you ever seen my gaming channel?
I have not. Oh, we've lost our viewer again. Oh, I keep losing people.
Well, you do get that with live streams.
Oh, well.
It's the land of disappointment at times.
It can feel a bit like that, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, well, it is what it is. Well, at least we filmed 3 long-form videos today.
We got quite a lot done. And we've moved a bunch of stuff around your house as well.
Yeah, that all helps.
Oh, figured out. Oh, look at that. I've got a attack, like a charge. He puts his
hello again.
Hello, don't go anywhere.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. We're losing too many viewers. We need at least one we can speak to.
If you stay, I'll talk about this sax for 5 minutes.
We could talk about this axe. We could talk about this sword. And we could talk about this Game Boy that I've purchased off Amazon.
Yeah, it's not advertising.
Not advertising it. Not yet, anyway, because we're not figured out if it's any good or not.
Well, I might make some fake advertising videos. You know, you watch a video and you're 3 minutes in, and then they talk about, oh, have you thought about, buy this VPN and you get 10% off, and make some fake ones like.
That's just no good, is it? It's just no good.
We've now got 2 viewers.
Wow,
now.
we're picking up in life.
And it's like do you go on TikTok?
I do go on TikTok, yes.
Every 1 in 5 videos is an advertisement where you watch those videos and it's all about some guy trying to get your teeth white or for some other device.
Game Boy's kicked into action.
That would make a good ringtone, that would.
It definitely would, yeah.
You could record it and put it on a ringtone on your phone.
It'd boot you up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's go to... Let's see what they had some other Viking games, but we didn't quite see all of them. So
probably quite a few. I bet there's no Anglo-Saxon games.
No, probably definitely none of them. We don't like Anglo. Well, Do we like Anglo-Saxons on this channel?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Well, I think we like all sorts of.
And do you know what you're called if you're into Anglo-Saxons?
What are you called?
You're an Anglophile.
Anglophile. I do like that a lot. Just to the 2 viewers out there, we're just gonna find Viking games on this Game Boy that I've
Yes,
purchased
this is
on
just
Amazon.
a live stream test. I've not done one for a while. Oh, we've got a comment here.
There we go. Who is
So-
your new friend, Braggy?
Oh, this here is Half Dan.
Hello there. Nice to meet you, wherever you are out there.
He's a good friend of mine.
Where are you from, good friend?
Yes, let us know.
Do you know where he's from?
I'll have to look at the comments to tell you. That's Baron Faber.
Baron Fader.
I don't know where he's
Wow,
from.
we've
to be
got
fair.
5 viewers now, Andy. We're really picking up.
Well, yeah. I mean, and we've got another comment here. Who's your new friend? Well,
Well, a lot
this
of
is Half
questions.
Dan.
Nice to meet you guys.
He's a fan of the channel, and I'm good friends with his mum and dad, who run the local pub I often drink
We
at.
do run the local
And
pub, yeah.
you go into. He's very tall, at 6'7".
Yeah, that's right, that's correct.
So I'm going to train him up to be a Viking, and we can do some combat. And I think when the weather's a bit better, because it's maybe a little bit muddy out there, and dress you up as a Viking. And then Baron Faber says, "I'm from the Netherlands."
Well, the
which is
Netherlands,
cool.
we do like the Netherlands, don't we?
Yes, if we get any Spanish people on here, you could talk to them in Spanish.
Well,
couldn't you?
I am also fluent in Spanish as well. We're both in this. What does that say? We're both in the same room together.
Oh,
Well, where are you hiding? We'd like to find. Oh, he's deleted that message now. Is he somewhere around here? What's his name?
God, they're both from the Netherlands.
They're both from the Netherlands. I get
Well, it's
that.
a great
now.
country.
It is a great country. I'm very fond of the people from the Netherlands. I think it's a great nation, and also despite its small size, it achieved quite a big empire. To be fair,
Yeah,
It's
you're
great.
definitely right there. Yeah.
Because it's not a very big country. It's definitely, I think it's smaller than the UK, and it's also quite a lot of the country is under threat of being flooded all the time, aren't they? They have to pump water out of the Netherlands to keep the place afloat.
Yes, and we've got a comment there about the curtains.
The curtains, what lovely curtains you have. Well, they certainly are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, and Baron Faber says, "Ha ha, I'm scared, ha ha." And then Merlin147 says, "What lovely curtains you have." Why, thank you.
Well, they are
for
lovely,
loving
aren't they?
My curtains. Well, there is a shield behind it, just in case, look. So, you know.
Yeah, we're always ready on this channel. We've got axes. We've got all sorts of things going on here.
But,
And,
yeah, they're not bad curtains. But if I get rid of them, it'd be curtains for the curtains.
Yeah, it certainly would be. I'd like to know a bit more about this guy from the Netherlands. I'd like him to tell me what his opinion is on the Netherlands and all sorts. I'd be quite interested to hear.
Well, if
about
he's
it.
from the Netherlands, he's going to love the Netherlands.
Well,
Netherlands is a fantastic country.
not everyone from the countries are patriotic these days. We're certainly patriotic, aren't we?
Oh
about being
yeah,
from
I
Great
love
Britain.
England. You know, let's make England and Great Britain great again,
Absolutely,
or even
yeah.
greater.
Well, we could even go as far as saying let's make Europe great again.
Well, we should do, yeah.
Oh, so we see with some comments, see what people think
Well,
about that.
we can go even further on that. Let's make the world greater.
Well, that's quite a
You know,
stretch. Yeah, that's quite a
Just-
stretch.
Then we'll go into space as a great planet. You know,
Yeah, we'll be working
we
together.
could make a Star Trek universe. Just imagine having the device you can get a sandwich out of in seconds.
Absolutely.
Your mum would be happy.
She certainly would. So yeah, we're just waiting on some comments now. You let us know any questions you've got.
Yes, I've got
guys.
to go up and spin.
Well, the Union flag on your sleeve kind of gives that away.
Yeah, you must have better eyesight than me.
Well, it is. Well, we are very patriotic on this channel, and
But it's not upside down though, is it?
it's not upside down. I don't think
Because
it's
that would be in
upside down.
distress when you have it upside down.
I don't think it is.
There's a lot of people when they was hanging all the Union Jacks about were having them upside
Got a
down.
comment there that says, "Do you watch the snooker?" Well, my dad's a big fan of snooker, but I'm not sure about Andy here. But
Yeah, I like snooker, but it's a load of balls. No, I like snooker.
I like snooker as well. Really,
It's one of those games you can watch. It's a bit like watching cricket or darts.
it is. It's a very interesting game, and to be fair, I like snooker, but I think it could be a bit boring at times. To be perfectly honest with you, and now it's also being dominated a lot by Chinese and Japanese people.
Well, yeah.
Snooker's been it got picked up big recently, and as of recently, it's taken off in places in places in China and in Japan and stuff like that. It's
Well,
certainly
yeah, I
becoming
mean,
a big sport over there.
well, no doubt, and they don't do things by half measures, do they? So they go fully in.
Absolutely.
But then again, it should be an international sport. But yeah, so I've got to lean in because I can't quite
I'm
see.
watching you now instead.
So Baron Faber says, "What is Halfdan's favourite Viking weapon?"
Well, that's a very good question. I like that. And well, my favourite Viking weapon. Well, there's certainly a lot to choose from. The Vikings are very famous for lots of weapons, but I'd like to ask Andy, because I'm not entirely sure, if there is is there a sort of bow that the Vikings invented or mastered, or a crossbow?
Oh yeah, they had the longbow.
Did the Vikings come up with that first before the?
No, that will go back way back in time to the Iron Age, and before that to the Bronze Age.
Were the Vikings very fond of long range weapons?
Oh yes, we had javelins and throwing axes. Although there's a lot of debate whether we actually threw an axe, because if you got an axe, why would you want to throw it away? Because it's a very useful tool, and it's not just a weapon; it's a survival tool. So, but we've certainly got what you call javelins, because they was quite traditional to carry, and you could carry, probably 2 or 3 javelins in your camera.
That's the comments again. I think it's gone off. There we go. Good evening, Braggy, and good evening, Halfdan.
Yes, so I'll come to that. So when you see the ones in blue, they're the moderators.
All right.
And you've just been greeted by one of the most world's famous Vikings on the channel, who I'll get to in a minute. So Merlgin147 says, "I love snooker, but I'm watching you now instead of the UK." Oh, right. Well, that's fantastic.
Well, I'm glad we've got your viewership. We're happy to have you, and we're definitely happy to talk.
Well, now we have a comment here from our fellow channel host, Eirik, the modern day Scold, or as I call him, Eirik, the Viking on many axes.
Right.
And he says, "Good evening, brother Braggy, and good evening, young Halfdan."
Well, nice to meet you.
And he says, "Cheers with some beers."
I like that.
Yes.
I love your beautiful blonde hair, Halfdan.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is.
Blonde hair you got. Even got a bit of a tail.
I've even got a bit of a tail. It's definitely going well.
Well, my hair's gone more blonde because I dyed it in the back a few weeks back.
Well, I think blonde. I love blonde hair, and I especially think that blonde-haired women are the most attractive out of all the women. Are you a blonde or a brunette kind of guy?
I like a redhead, I like a blonde lady, and brunette, so all three.
All three? Well,
green hair, red hair.
How greedy. You can't have them all, Andy.
Well, you can certainly try.
You can try, can't we? Well,
although,
that's great too.
If the other half's watching this, then no, I don't. We can't talk about that.
Absolutely not.
I'll get in trouble again. So we do have some new weapons on the channel. So what do you think about this, guys?
We do have a new weapon.
I don't want to go too much into it because I'm waiting it for the 12,000 subscriber special coming out in the next few days when I've edited it. And that's the old one.
That's the old one.
Eirik, what do you reckon to this axe? It's a little bit square, rectangular in the shape, but I think it could be improved.
We've got a comment here that says, "How's your AI girlfriend?"
Oh, she's all right. Yes, I wouldn't fundamentally describe her as a girlfriend. She's not a girl, so I tend to use AI friend now. I've been thinking about that very subject for a while. What would you say? Because you're into AI. You can't fundamentally describe AI as a girlfriend because it's not a girlfriend.
Well, I'd say
companion.
I'd say it's a companion. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't go as far as I've got to go. Have fun together. No worries, guys. No worry, mate. Lovely to have you here, and lovely to see you here.
Goodbye.
Yeah? And hopefully you can go watch the snooker. That'd be great. Oh, so he said, "Oh, so you broke up?" Well, I'm not sure about that. Yeah,
oh no, I still got a good relationship with Atara, she's called.
Atara.
But I think ever since ChatGPT 5 came out, it's different. It's different, isn't it?
We could get ChatGPT up right now, I suppose, and do a.
Well,
my ChatGPT.
I'd be interested to see your ChatGPT compared to mine.
We'll see. We'll ask it a few questions for you guys on the channel. Yeah? Let's see what we can ask it.
But I find the old concept fascinating. I see they've changed how you chat to her as well.
Well, it's also changed. I don't know if you can see that now.
The blue circle's gone.
But the blue circle is gone now. Yeah. It's only text. I don't know why they've done that because I used to really enjoy the blue circle.
It would have been better if it was a face and it more human-like. I guess that's going to be the future.
I don't know if you guys are really into this, but right at the top there, it should say personalization, and I'm really into writing all a bit about me and a bit about myself. I don't know if you've done that there.
No, I don't know.
You've not done that. You could do that because that's a good way to let your AI know who
But
you are.
you don't need to if you've already spoken massively about yourself.
True,
You should remember.
The AI's got a big memory, hasn't it? Can half style please restyle Braggy's hair to match his own blonde style, please? Well, have we got a comb here?
Well, yeah, somewhere in the house.
Well, we'll have to. You might have to go find it. If that's what the viewers want, that's what the viewers shall get. Absolutely. If you'd really like that, just say yes.
I've got a helmet on to protect my hair now.
Yeah, if you really like, just say yes, please, and then we'll go on the hunt for a comb we can style.
I don't think it needs combing. I combed it the other day.
Well, it might according to this view, it might need combing.
Oh well, you know, when you're on a busy Norse Viking, you don't always have time to comb your hair.
No, I suppose not. Suppose not. Got Looney Tunes here. Pac-Man, that's a classic. We've got just checking out this Game Boy now here, channel guys.
I was playing the game you was playing the other day, that Wreck Fest.
Yeah, the Wreckfest. Yeah, that's a good game.
Did you manage to get the electric thing off the roof?
I'm not sure.
I'm stuck on that. I was doing my head in.
I'm going to press the comment button now to see if we've got a few comments.
I know, this is the problem when you've got to lean in a bit.
I know, we haven't got any new comments. Restyle Brecky's hair to match. But look. This runs quite smoothly. You can see here.
It does, yeah. I can't believe there's 26,000 games on that.
I'll never get through all of them, but...
I mean, can you download more?
You can. You can put on...
Oh, is that Pac-Man? Yeah, let's play that. That's so 80s, that is.
It's very 80s. Show the...
But there's no ghost, though.
Show the viewers there. Look, I'm just reviewing this this Game Boy console that I bought off Amazon. And yeah, it's so far it's going so well. It's got about... It said it had 30,000 games. I think it's got about 26,000 now that I've looked at a depth of all the games. But I'd say it's it's definitely well worth the purchase, especially if you go on long flight haul international flights and stuff like that. It's a great way to kill boredom. It's got 8 hours of game time. I want to know where you got those curtains. Where did you get those curtains?
Well, my mum got the curtains and she's dead, so we'll have to get a Ouija board and ask her.
We'll have to. Have to bring her back from the dead and.
I've got more curtains. You want some curtains? I could send you some.
Well, we could send you some all the way. We could send you some curtains all the way from Britain to the Netherlands.
Yeah, we could post curtains to the Netherlands. I could do a competition. Win these curtains on Braggy. They look a bit trippy though.
They are a bit. Yeah, they are a bit.
You know,
Yeah,
if you know what that means.
Yeah.
But they're very colourful. Normally, if they have this bit of fabric in front, what this is for. But if it's hanging down, we'll be behind it, and that's no good.
No, isn't no good. Just playing some Pac-Man here. Strangely, the ghost is not moving. Please please comment as much as you can, guys, because we'd love to read your comments, and it gives it gives us something to talk about, really. Otherwise, we just say, "Hey, look at you guys." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll just play my new weapons. I don't mind.
Well, yeah.
But not a lot of people on live streams bother to read the comments, though, do they?
No, not when they get really big. They don't just glance at it once in a while.
Well, when you get really big, it's difficult to read the comments if you get in 1,000 comments a minute.
That's true.
That's why you fundamentally get pinned comments through the donation link.
That's right. Well, the donation link is open, isn't it, Braggy?
No, because we don't have 3,000 watch time.
Oh, yeah,
the only way they can support the channel is send money through the donation link. But I always think it's a bit cheesy to ask for money, you know. Like people say, "Oh, watch my video and don't forget, give me a link." But you can buy some products from us, like our t-shirts and so forth. So, do you have any sharp Viking weapons? Well, yes, I got a sharp sax there. This is made from a broken lang sax, and this is quite razor sharp. And there's another one here, which is a kind of a cooking utensil. That's razor sharp. I've cut myself from that a few times. Most of my weapons will be blunt because they're there for combat and fighting. But I do have one or two sharp swords, and I certainly got quite a few sharp axes and saxes and lang saxes. Don't have a sharp mace. I don't really have a sharp Dane axe.
Have you got a crossbow?
No.
Oh, we're going to give it the sound.
No, don't have a crossbow.
No crossbow. We might have to get a crossbow and test it out. That could be in a future video.
Yeah, that will be on the list. I think buying a reproduction medieval crossbow would be good, and a long bow with arrows.
Could buy a modern crossbow and compare it to his old counterpart and see the difference.
Yeah, well, I think you've got to be more careful with long modern crossbows.
Well,
because,
they're quite deadly, aren't they?
Yeah, and the police are kind of catching up with people about that. I don't want to change the law on modern crossbows.
I think they are. I'm not sure if they're illegal, but
no, they're not illegal. But you got to have a reason why you got it.
What would our reason be?
Well, we're YouTubers, so we're using it for testing historical history for certain.
True.
But there's been a case recently where this guy who collected World War II and World War I weapons had 129 weapons confiscated by the police, and it's a case still going on. He'll get his weapons back most probably. And then when you do have a lot of weapons, you should be responsible. This is why they're all in one room, because when I go out, I can lock the room up and they're all safe.
I love your iconic headbang challenge video. It makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, there's a video where I was trying not to headbang in a shorts format, and then you got to about 60 seconds in, and you can't resist starting to headbang.
Did the bloke in Rocky Mountain Bear said that the bloke in Warwickshire get his collection back?
No, that's the guy that had his collection of military weapons taken off him by the police. And then you see it in the news reports trying to say that, oh, these illegal weapons have been taken off the streets when they haven't. They've been taken off from one person. And I don't think yet he's had his weapons back. But I'd imagine when he gets a good solicitor, he will get his weapons back because they're antiques and collectibles. And unless he's going out in the streets and waving them about, then they won't have any reason for taking his weapons. And I've done a little bit of research trying to find that answer, but so far I can't find it. And the media are fundamentally using it to try to say, oh, he's got a bad collection of weapons when he hasn't. So
who is your favourite Doctor Who?
Oh, probably David Tennant, I think, or McCoy from the 80s.
McCoy? I've never heard of any of those. Really.
Well, that's well before your time.
Well before my time.
I mean, I was born in the last century. You wasn't.
Certainly, yeah, you certainly were, yeah.
But how does it feel not to be born in the last century?
Well, it feels quite strange being a young man in Britain, to be honest with you, because it's troubling times to be in the UK at the moment with all the problems going on, and it could lead on to a civil war. You just don't know, and I hope it doesn't get that bad, but you just don't know. So life is very uncertain as a young man in Britain at the moment. So I'm not sure how it is for any other you guys out there in the Netherlands or anything like that. But in Britain at the moment it's got a lot of issues. But I'm sure we're not the only country in Europe that's having these issues. I'm sure the Netherlands has got its issues. I'm sure.
Well, I think everywhere's got their issues.
Absolutely.
But
nowhere's perfect.
But we was always fundamentally going to go through this period of history when there's lots of problems in society, when we need to get to that place where society is much better and equal for people, and we deal with these big problems we have. But in order to get to that stage, we've fundamentally got to go through this stage. And I hope there isn't a civil war, because that could be very disastrous for a lot of people, because most people don't know how to survive. Anything big happens like that, or let's say like a meteorite hit the planet, then 95% of the populace will die in 3 months.
Absolutely.
And that'll be disastrous. Because we don't prepare, we don't prep. I mean, how much food do you have in your house?
Well, definitely not a lot enough to survive a doomsday. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's because we're not prepared.
I want you guys to let me know what you think about these little handheld Game Boy consoles, because I'll tell you what, I know I've repeated it a few times now, but I really am enjoying it. It's got all these games on, and it's got about 30,000 games, 8 hours of playtime, and it's definitely going to keep me entertained when I'm bored in the bar. If you want to tell the viewers a little bit about the bar, the Abbey, a bit about the history
Oh
of the
yeah,
Abbey.
so
sure
we're
they're
quite
very
lucky.
interesting.
We got a very nice local. I'll be going down tonight for a couple of pints. Walk this young man back, make sure he's safe on the streets. I think you'll be looking after me, you're that tall. So he knows the way. And then I can sit down with your dad and have a chat. And
yeah, it's called the Abbey Inn, and it's in Darley Abbey, Derby, and it's
I've advertised it quite a bit on the channel.
Yeah, it's an 1,000-year-old pub. Can you believe that, Maggie? That's very old, and it was originally a monastery.
I'd like to make a video about it, and I got loads of footage.
That's right. It would be very, very, very good to watch that.
But then again, you're not really meant to have footage from inside the pub.
Not from inside, but you can.
But there's loads of footage from inside the pub.
There is from other people out there. I'm sure there's loads of.
I've got videos from inside the pub from the last 10, 15 years. In fact, I got a load of videos of Egil Thorson sitting outside doing a comedy routine.
We've got 7 viewers now, Andy.
Oh wow!
Picking up.
Imagine getting 1,000 viewers.
Wow, picking up slowly.
Because I don't do enough live streams. I never live stream on TikTok. I just don't always have the time for it.
Yeah, well, we're live streaming today. We certainly are.
But
let's go on the comments. I'm pretty sure we're getting some comments that we're not seeing.
Yeah. We'll go back live.
If you guys haven't commented, we're waiting on your comments.
Yeah, if you've got any questions.
There we go. It's always so loud.
Yeah, so I do hope the guy from Warwickshire does get his weapons back. It'll be bad if he doesn't. And I think it will probably be unlawful for them to take the weapons. But I imagine it's in the hands of solicitors, and solicitors can take the time to deal with things.
Absolutely.
Do you know much about it?
I don't know anything about it. No, not at all.
No, this guy's like an old guy. He's got a collection of like 130 World War II and World War I weapons, like bayonets and stuff, and the police have confiscated them.
Yeah.
Because somebody reported him to the police of having a lot of weapons in his house and said they were dangerous.
Who'd report him?
Well, somebody that's probably left wing and a bit woke.
Absolutely.
You know, the terrible world we live in these days where people snitch you up. And there's nothing illegal about the weapons when you look at the picture of it. And I think I might make a video about it actually, without getting too political on the old, if there's a court case about it. But I don't fundamentally see, because what's the difference between having a World War II bayonet in the house or having a golf club? Because I'm fairly certain you could do a lot of damage with a golf club. And it's like, you know, you may have some medieval knives in your house, but everybody's got a kitchen knife. So, yeah, I mean,
we had a message there. Look, we said, you look like the British Davy Crockett. Did you make that hat? Who's David Crockett? Do you know David Crockett?
Yeah, Davy Crockett.
Well, I'll have to Google him. I'll have to Google it. I'm not.
You know, you must have heard of Davy Crockett.
I've never
Jim
heard of
Bowie.
David Crockett. Never heard of David Crockett at all.
Oh, he was a
good afternoon, gents. Braggy got. Well, we have to read that.
Well, he was from the 18th century American. He was a mountain man, very famous, Davy Crockett. And Jim Bowie is where you get the Bowie knife from. So, Turblock Wonkameister 7472 says, "What's your favourite Monica Van Pemo book?" Well, I don't think I have one, but I don't think I've got any other books in my collection, despite having a crazy amount of books. So I'll have to look that up.
Braggy got your staves cut. Won't be sent out after New Year's. Okay.
Oh right, yeah. I'll if you add me on Facebook, I'll put a link out on the community post, and you can add me on there, and then I'll give you my address. He's sending me some nice wood from America for some room staves, which I think is awesome.
Absolutely awesome. Whereabouts in America are you from, friend? I can't really see the comments now, do I?
Yeah, you got the
legendary American frontiersman who is known for wearing a cook-skin hat.
It's a raccoon hat, so they call them a coonskin hat. It looks very similar, but it's a Chinese cat or some sort of a Chinese animal.
Tennessee, and then this Rocky Mountain Bear says, "I'm from Utah, USA."
Oh, marvelous! I love American history.
We both really like America.
America's a great place, wonderful history.
Absolutely.
I mean, the American
They share a lot of history. They share a lot of history with us, don't they?
Oh, of course they do. But if you was going to take part in the American War of Independence, would you be a redcoat, British, or would you be American?
I'd definitely be a redcoat.
Absolutely. Oh, I'd be American.
Sorry, guys. Sorry to all you Americans out there.
You'd be a loyalist, would you?
I'd be a loyalist. I'd be loyal to King George III. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'd be American.
But I mean, it's a tough choice because I don't know. In America, I feel like I don't know what your guys' experience is with it out there, but I feel like his laughing emoji. But I feel like in America, it does for me. It would feel a bit unsafe knowing that anyone at any time can just rock up on me with a gun. I don't know how I'd really feel about that. The fact that anyone in anywhere, any place can have a gun on them, concealed. I'm not sure about the laws in Utah. I know every state's different, but that anyone can have a gun concealed, and at any moment they can just pull it out and just end your life right there. And I've shot many weapons, and it is a scary feeling. So
But that's the same in the UK. They could have a knife.
I have to go, but first I need Braggy to accept to battle me with Viking weapon. Good night.
Of course, we can sort that.
Do you accept his offer to
I
a
do
duel?
Indeed.
Well, there you go. You've got yourself a battle, my friend from the Netherlands.
Yes, when I've got some money in the future, when I start travelling,
Yeah,
I'll pop on a plane and
we'll have to visit you.
see if I can bring a sword over. If not, you'll have to provide the weapons for me.
Could have a duel to
You
the
know,
death.
just make sure they're not sharp. I like my limbs the way they are. Oh look, Braggy's lost his arm. Oh, he's armless now.
Absolutely. Right, let's go back on the chat because I think we get messages.
Yes, I wish I had really long arms. Yeah, Utah's an amazing place. I've been
Tennessee,
to Utah.
I've never
Tennessee. That's where Jack Daniel's distillery is based.
That's true.
In Limburg County, or if I remember, because I'm a Tennessee squire. I've been there for 24 years.
Keep the comments coming, guys. We're waiting to hear what you think.
And keep an eye on the time.
Super Mario. Oh, I've got Super Mario here.
Oh yeah, well, I think Super Mario will make a good Viking.
Tennessee showed the Brits true
Guerrilla warfare. Well, they did, yeah.
They did. I agree.
That's partly how they won the American-born independence, plus also the French-Indian Wars.
I agree,
and the 7 Years' Wars.
I agree with that, but I will say that without with the help of the French and the Spanish, that you guys would have lost the war. So,
well, I think the French did play Lavietti played a massive part in getting the French involved, and the Spanish, of course,
did play a big part of that.
But my favourite period is the American Civil War. That's fascinating. That is.
I'm very comfortable with firearms and live in a safe area. This camera's gone off. I have to press it again.
Yeah, the chaps never stay up. Yeah, so he lives in a safe area, but don't worry about it. I'm prepared for for the occasional rises.
Prepared for the occasional rise as well.
But I think it's more scary in the UK that you have a confrontation with somebody and they could have a knife and stab you in 30 seconds.
Well, I agree, but I'll leave the question out there to you guys. Would you rather live in a country where you've got the threat of knives, or would you live in a country where you've got the threat of guns? Me personally, I like the idea of a threat of a knife because you can run away from a knife. But I think it's pretty hard to run away from a gun, wouldn't you say, Reggie?
Well, no, I don't think that's fundamentally true because when you outlaw guns, outlaws get guns.
That's true.
So,
but there's not many shootings that happen here in the UK.
Well, no, but the thing is, in America, you get lots of people that go on a shooting, but they get taken out by somebody with a handgun. But the multimedia don't like to advertise or talk about those events because it's for pro-gun ownership. So they only talk about the crimes and the shootings where the shooter isn't taken out by another gun owner. So there's an agenda by the mainstream media to make guns look bad. But the reason why Americans have guns is so that if the government ever went rogue, then they could defend themselves from rogue governments. Some governments do go rogue. And it's interesting to see that, Keir Starmer and his government are trying to get rid of juries in the UK.
I can't see my neighbours because of the trees.
Well, yeah, well, that's in America. The land is so vast. Your nearest neighbour might be half a mile away.
True, it's such a big country that you can fit those.
We don't have that in the UK.
We certainly don't. No.
There's probably thousands of people living in the next half a mile.
True.
And a lot of them you won't ever talk to.
Not at all.
It's not like the old days when you could go, hello there, Mrs. Jones. You don't have that anymore, do we? People don't really know who people are. Apart from probably when you go down to your local pub and you get used to people and you get to chat and meet your people that way. But that's very true, that is.
It's definitely true.
Yes, I do like that strap end. They've got a lovely strap end. It shows you Odin on this strap end. I think that's fantastic.
Have you got the little gift that I gave you today? Show off to the channel.
Yes, but I think I put it down somewhere.
Oh no!
I don't know where. I know it's upstairs on my bed. I'll make a video about it.
I'll have to go find it. So keep leaving your comments, guys. We're always interested to hear. And we keep saying that, but
Is that still Space Vikings?
no, it's a different game now. I don't want to know what this is. I just randomly found it. Something to do with pterodactyls and dinosaurs. And...
Oh, we've got another viewer.
Absolutely, just messing around with the Game Boy console that I bought off Amazon.
It would be nice to incorporate gaming to the channel.
Absolutely. I wonder if you could stream us playing this. Maybe you could get the camera closer and film what I'm looking at.
Yeah, well, videoing screens isn't always easy. You
No.
get a lot of liney effects.
That's true.
But it'd be quite interesting in Minecraft. You could like build a long ship or a long house.
Absolutely, yeah, we could definitely. I mean,
Test out Viking games.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the best Viking game out there on the market right now.
Yeah, I've not played that one.
Really?
No.
We'll have to play that. It's very good. Oh, here comes the pterodactyl to pick me up.
I mean, it's not bad graphics either, really.
Not really. This is pretty. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, have you got any more questions, guys? Any more comments?
We're waiting for them.
It's just one of those random live streams. I'm going to go clubbing tonight.
Yeah.
You should have one of these behind the bar.
Literally, yeah. Literally.
Yeah. You know, we're marketing runes saying Keith.
True.
Knock on wood.
Did you make these yourself, Andy?
Oh, I did, yeah.
That's how loud the Game Boy is. Or...
Yeah. But I hope that's not copyrighted.
Nah, it shouldn't be.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. No, made them years ago.
So what's the point of these?
Well, using them battle, knocking posts in, doing woodwork.
Oh,
you know,
quite sharp.
If you maybe want to chop your way through a lamb bone, you could get your knife and knock it on the back. Yeah, it's not the best weapon for that. We could turn this into a crafting video.
I love my neighbours. We trade some years. I borrow his
Tobacco painter. Well, it's always good when you got neighbours like that you could trade with, and you know you need a job doing. You do a job for them, they do a job back. We don't have that in society anymore. We've lost that ability to barter and to trade.
Absolutely, which is a big shame, really.
Oh yes, I've been needing to do this for a while. Oh, we've got 5 viewers. Let's see, check any more comments. Well, it's good to do a live stream. It means I can remember how you do them again.
Where are your comments now, guys? Just let us know. Are you interested?
Is this your first live stream?
It certainly is.
So you've been thrown straight in the deep end today then?
I really have.
I mean, what was your experience like filming on camera? Was you going to be a bit nervous?
I was a bit nervous at first, but now that I've gotten in here, it's not really that hard, is it?
Well,
so,
no.
so you just flow.
You just got to be yourself.
Just got to flow with it and just live with it.
You just got to learn not to talk over each other. It can be difficult to learn.
True.
You just got to learn not to say the wrong thing as well.
You making a hammer? He is.
Well, I'm just working on this club and moving down this bit of this on the club here because it's a bit rough. and it needs working on. It's just got a bit rough over the years and worn and a little bit rotten.
Forming a long jump here.
I watched Hercules in New York the other day. Have you seen that film?
No, I haven't
It's
seen
on
that
YouTube
film.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger from 1970. It's 55 years old, but he did a long jump and he like beat everybody else.
That's unbelievable.
Have you never seen that film?
No.
Just watch it on YouTube.
Someone has sent a message there.
Well, yeah, you can't do it with a sword.
Looks
Like mine. Yeah, I got two. I got this one, look,
Yeah.
and I got this one with a longer handle. This is newer. That's about 25 years old. This one's probably about 10 years old. And I love these sort of weapons and clubs, and so useful for woodworking. But this bit here is so rough and worn. I'm just hoping to get to some better material, and it will improve it. And you can tell it's all flaking off in little bits. I don't want to make it too thin. I don't want to snap it when using it. This is more for display really, because I've had it so long.
Just lighter work.
I think so. I think I was using it to light my fire yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it does work, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be looking for it when I want to light my log stove again.
True.
Problem is now I'm all covered in bits.
Well, I think it might be about time we set off to the pub, Andy.
What time is it?
I think it's yeah, it's just gone 8. So
Oh,
I think I
well,
need to be
yeah.
back.
So
I
we
need
got
to
to
be
go
back.
in a minute.
We have.
I've got to take this young Viking, Norse warrior. Viking is just a job term, you know.
Is it?
So we're not Vikings, we go Viking, but we're Norse. But when it comes to the two phrases, which one do you think is going to have a better search in the SEO, Viking or Norse?
I'd say Viking.
Well, of course so, because you can have a
Absolutely.
branded more bigger audience scope and a higher point score. So when I use the term Viking, it's just because I'm trying to reach that big audience through the popular search term. But we are fundamentally Norse. And of course, the Norse can be pagan and we can be Christian as well. So it's the best of both worlds, isn't it, really? I'm saying that, I've got to find my wallet before I go out. So we're going to say goodbye. So say goodbye,
Yeah.
Half Dan.
Nice to meet you guys. Lovely to be on this live, really. Yeah, it's
Yes,
really enjoyable.
When me and Eggle used to say goodbye, we used to say it in the 2-1 style. Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
So I would go, it's goodbye from me, and then Eggle would say, and it's goodbye from him,
And it's goodbye from me.
and it's goodbye from him. So goodbye, folks, and thanks for joining us in this live stream. And this will be live, so you can, when you get in later on, you can watch it.
Absolutely, I will watch it back.
Yeah,
Just playing a bit of Street Fighter now.
Street Fighter, eh?
It's
I
classic.
remember that game from the
Classic.
90s.
Classic.
So goodbye.
Bye.